Everybody loves the American campfire. Don't you hear it calling your name? Everybody loves the American campfire.
Well, you know, the goal in life is to have as much fun as I'm having, but I wish you good luck. You have to be one roustabout, all-American, hell-raising, we the people, defiant, irreverent, what's the word I'm looking for? Omniscient. I pursue omniscience. I also pursue omnivorousness, which means I eat veggies and venison, which, by the way, I killed a huge hog last night. We have this, I always rave about 2024 being the ugliest of times with the bureaucrats and the devils running, destroying our country every minute of the day. But it is the dream zone. These are the good old days of conservation, hunting, fishing, and trapping. The bows, the arrows, the sights, the optics, the guns, the ammo, the boots, the supplemental feed, which, by the way, we are now going to market soon from whitetailproductsgonewild.com. I'm using this stuff on my property here in the swamps of Michigan, which is against the law, but I would just like to remind the bureaucrats, there is no man that has the authority over whether an American throws corn on his private property. You don't have that authority. You think you have that authority, but I'm here to tell you, you don't have authority over Americans throwing corn or apples. You think these people have lost their minds. So I throw this stuff, and I'm telling you, we have so many deer in the yard at night, long-range detection, Gonzo Kill Mix from Aaron at Whitetail Products Gone Wild. But my point is, I have a guest on right now. I have Mitch Banks, who's another one of these mad scientists who loves the great spirit of the wild. Mitch, I'd like to welcome you to the All-American We the People Spirit Campfire from the wilds of Minnesota. Welcome, Mitch Banks.
Thank you, Ted.
So you're a mad scientist. So no matter what you want, we got ozonics that'll dissipate the human scent. We got buck lures, and we got mock scrape things, and we got electronic defibrillating scent things. And you created Banks blinds and Banks watering. We have a Banks watering system on our property in Michigan, in the high ground, the dry ground, and in Texas where we always have a drought. So a lifetime of hunting, a lifetime of conservation, is that your background?
Yep. From the day that my dad took me out, gave me a gun and said, sit on the stump, all the way till now, I've enjoyed every moment of it.
Up in Minnesota, is that where you started?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Remember when Minnesota was America? I remember when Michigan was America. And I know there's great families, rock solid in the asset column. But that's really why I have you on our Spirit Campfire, because I have a conservation celebration where we have the best products, the best technology. It's still all about right place, right time, stealth, higher level awareness, scouting. But you created the Banks products. You have Banks blinds, and you have the Banks watering system. I love all this stuff. But what motivated you with all this incredible quality stuff out there that you thought you could make better stuff, especially in the Banks watering system? Because if you can put a watering system, especially with your supplemental nutrients and stuff, it's unbelievable. You're like a mad scientist. And it enhances the wildlife health. Tell us about your morphing from being a sportsman into a mad scientist creating products that enhance the outdoor experience.
Well, I was pretty fortunate. My parents gave me this opportunity to come into their business, and we took our molding expertise here and really put it into our passion. We started with blinds, and when we started with blinds, we got into trying to develop a way of being able to bring the families together and be able to hunt and be effective in their hunts and kind of organically grow the concealment aspect of how to hunt deer. And then as we were out there doing it, in our properties and talking to several people, water is one thing that is the main nutrient deer need, and not every property provides it. So as we were seeing deer roam in and out of our properties, and due to us not having water, we knew we had to come up with a device that allowed that to happen, and we did. And then the supplements came thereafter. They're kind of the gas for the engine. And when you start talking minerals and things that are out there, they're all great. There's no real major science behind them, but we took it to a different level and said we're going to put it in water so they make sure they get it, and they're getting it at all levels of their consumption.
The conservation organizations, Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the National Wild Turkey Federation, Pheasants Forever, Whitetails Unlimited, the Grouse Society, I mean, the Trout Unlimited. There's all these conservation organizations that identified the pivotal importance of quality habitat. And so we bought ground by the billions of dollars with all these conservation organizations, but they discovered a long time ago that in the West, especially in the South, you need auxiliary watering systems. So they started putting in the drinkers for the elk and for the desert sheep. And so you've got this Banks watering system that's really simple. It's portable. We put it up ourselves on our Texas property. And I'm going to tell you, with those little packets of nutrition and the minerals and the supplements, I think there's vitamins and all kinds of goodies in there that fortify the wildlife, not just to hydrate them, but to fortify their overall being. I've noticed an immediate improvement in the deer. I have these babbling brooks that looks like really good water. They would rather come to stagnant water than really good-looking moving water. Did you take that into consideration, knowing that the Banks watering system, which I recommend everybody look up this, is it Banks.com?
BanksOutdoors.com.
BanksOutdoors.com. But these products really enhance the health of the wildlife, not just game animals that we eat, but songbirds and endangered species. Everything benefits from this watering system. And I've got buddies in all different states that have seen a dramatic increase in the health and the visibility of these, of all wildlife. So we'd like to thank you for that because it's innovative. But when you say your molding business, did you have a business that molded different businesses before you got into the watering and the blinds?
Yes, we have a whole sister company that is doing stuff in the concrete construction industry. And that's where my father's foundation came from. We were in that industry, but we have a passion for the outdoors. And, quite honestly, we came out with some hunting products to pay for a hunting trip or two. And now it's 70% of our business. So it was kind of a hobby line that really launched us into a new level.
Yeah, I can tell you about the dream, the American dream, because you know what my life is? Rock and roll and hunting. Rock and roll and hunting. Am I the luckiest guy in the world? So I want to congratulate you and your family, Mitch, and thank you for pursuing these innovative products, because it really is. I talk about cleansing the soul. It's a Fred Bear statement. We're unveiling the Fred Bear statue in Grayling, Michigan on September 7th, a great innovator. But up in the wilds of Minnesota, in spite of the bureaucrats, in Wisconsin, in spite of the bureaucrats, the real conservation families today are so dedicated, and obviously the Banks family has brought a greater quality of the outdoor experience. So a big salute to you. Are you a hands-on guy, or do you have a team? I call it mad scientists, because over at Remington Ammo or Matthews Archery or the different arrow manufacturers, the different firearms, you got mad scientists that are perfecting this stuff. I mean, are you hands-on, or do you have a bunch of scientists that do this with you?
Very hands-on. I have two brothers and my parents, so we kind of sit around the dinner table and have our meetings, and we do it in old-fashioned American way, and that's how we get it done here. So.
That's great. We have a sponsor called Tuck Tech Kayak. It's a portable kayak that you can assemble in just a matter of minutes, and you can carry it to your favorite body of water. But number one, happy hunting season 2024. It starts next week in Ontario and all across America. August 15th is South Carolina's deer season. The deer season is already open in California and Central Florida. So, Mitch, I hope you have the greatest hunting season of your life. I hope you're fighting for our freedoms and our hunting rights, our Second Amendment rights, and our private property rights against the bureaucrats in the great state of Minnesota. But a big salute to you and your family, because the Banks products, they literally enhance my outdoor dream. I've been doing this for 75 and a half years, and the bank's watering system, the bank's blinds, and what you guys put into your products really, really brings a higher level of quality outdoor time. So a big thank you and a salute to you and your entire family.
Thank you, Ted. Appreciate it.
All right, man, let's keep in touch. We got numbers. I'll start sharing some photos. I killed a huge angry porker last night with a beautiful arrow using a bear razor head. I'm reusing some of my old bear razor heads from 1952. And I'm killing deer with them. So God bless you, Mitch. Have a wonderful season. Let's keep in touch and compare happy venison photos. Have a good one, man. You know, I got to tell you, it is the end of August, and people are giddy. Take a look at me. You want to know what giddy is? This is giddy. I am so excited because I fight for freedom. I fight for the Constitution. I fight for the American dream every day. And it wears you out. See those bags under my eyes? Those are Remington ammo bags. My point is that I balance my life fighting for freedom against the treachery of Uncle Sam and all of his toxic, corrupt, criminal bureaucrats. They're all criminal. They opened the borders and let people invade us from enemy countries. They release rapists and murderers and carjackers every day. The Governor Walz of Minnesota sat back and allowed Minneapolis and St. Paul to burn to the ground. And then they charged the cop who followed his train and did the right thing. They charged him and convicted him of murder, George Floyd, when George Floyd actually killed himself with drug abuse. George Floyd was a rat. He was a snake. So get ready for the greatest hunting season of your life. Go to tednugent.com and see what we're doing. Sunrise Safaris is going to have the greatest hunts ever. I am cocked, locked, and ready to rock the Glock around the clock. Dr. Spock to kill the whole flock. What the flock is going on? Thank you for being here at the Truth, Logic, and Common Sense Spirit Campfire.